live in HD. This is 2 News at Noon.
Degrees by the time things get going there.
Nice
Maybe
and cool
need a
for a
jacket
run.
early,
Right,
but
you'll be okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Great.
thanks a lot. Okay, we're going to go to the kitchen now. We have Brian there. This sounds like a pretty sophisticated salmon recipe.
Does it sound sophisticated? They're
Yeah.
saying it sounds like a sophisticated recipe. Well, let me tell you, Ron, it is not. And even you
Good.
could do this. And all of you at home could do this as well. It's a wonderful recipe, and I've just been having a wonderful visit here with Chef Gerard. He's out here showing us and talking to us about seafood, and not really only sustainability, but just maintaining a healthy overall everything.
Sustaining ourselves,
yeah.
really.
And so let's start with and talk a little bit about what you have here and how we're going to prep it up and all that good
Well,
stuff.
we're going to make, since it's the end of the tomato season and the beginning of fall, I want to highlight tomatoes. We have these beautiful heirloom tomatoes
From your garden,
So
might
from
I
my
add.
garden, right? We have true called Brandywine tomatoes, Lemon Boy tomatoes, little grape-shaped tomatoes, pear tomatoes, and they're very aromatic and they're very fragrant, and they've
They
developed the
smell
sugar.
like real tomatoes.
Most people don't know what a tomato smells like. I'm glad you can recognize that. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of oil. In this case,
And this is interesting.
you and I talked about
Yes.
this. This is palm oil. If you notice the red color, right? I'm using this in place of olive oil. This is a product that I discovered from Malaysia. It's called Malaysian red palm oil. It gets its red color from vitamin A, vitamin E, the tocotrienols. It actually helps to...
But see, when most people think of palm oil, this is what they see is a saturated fat that is solid in room temperature.
But it's not hydrogenated.
Correct.
It's solid
Show
on
you
its
that, you
own.
can
It's
see.
trans fat free.
That's the
and it
saturated.
comes in two forms. It comes in the yellow, it comes in the red.
So this is made from the kernel, you were saying, the saturated one.
This one's not saturated. This one
one
just
is
does, they're both the
Okay.
monounsaturated. This one just is a little cooler right now. And this has a little blend of canola oil in it to keep it a little bit more viscous at room temperature. It's the second most heavily used oil on the planet. They raise it sustainably. It's great, vitamin A, vitamin E, tocotrienols. I mean, some people I know may see it in Smart Balance. It's the most heavily used oil. You can take,
Oh, yeah.
pill capsules for it.
We're a
it helps.
pill-taking society. That's
We are.
good for them to see that.
But but if you want, some people can't take the. Some people want to cut oil out of their diet. So it's the cardiovascular health that's everything.
We're going to keep sautéing up the garlics and onions. Looks like you're going to add the tomatoes,
to
reduce
start
them
cooking
down a
them
little
now.
bit. When we come back, we'll finish this all up. A perfect tomato pan sauce with some seared fish. We'll show you how to finish it up. Guys, back to you.
all right.
Okay.
Great.
And remember, even I can do
Even Ron Bird can make this.
speed and alcohol may be to blame.
Now together, coming up.
I don't know. I don't even know how to comment. Deep fried bacon and chocolate. I think our meal is going to be a little more nutritious. We're going to finish up this wonderful tomato pan sauce that we're doing with some seared fish. We'll show you all how to do it when we come back.
And it is gorgeous out there right now. Weather.
Oh, man.
All week.
It's going to be great.
Right.
All right. And we have a great recipe there in the kitchen
We have
today.
a wonderful recipe, and Chef, let's finish this up. Tell them all at home how to do it.
Okay, so we have a nice hot pan right here. We have our wahoo, which is a nice Atlantic and Pacific Ocean fish that we marinate it in the red palm oil because it's great for high heat cooking. It's going to come right in here. It's going to give us a nice buttery flavor. We'll turn down that heat a touch. In our pan over here, we have our tomatoes stewing with some onions and some garlic. At this point, I like to add some crushed red chilies for a touch of spice. All right. Some people in this day and age can't eat garlic. A lot of people are so social that we're afraid of garlic repeating on us in our breath, and some people just for whatever reason don't realize that through 500 studies of garlic that it's good for you. So maybe take garlic capsules.
Chew some gum.
Chew some gum. Now we're going to deglaze this with a little bit of wine. For those people out there that may abstain from wine or not use it in their cuisine, think about maybe adding a grapeseed oil or grapeseed extract. Great for the cardiovascular system. We're going to add our pasta. I like to pre-cook my pasta and toss it in a little bit of oil so it doesn't stick. don't ever run your pasta under cold water. It's going to become spongy, the starch opens up, it's going to absorb the water, and then when you go to plate your pasta, it's going to taste really bland and it's going to be mushy. So we're going to just reheat it in the sauce. If you happen to cook your pasta within moments of this, you may want to keep a little of the starchy pasta water. Sometimes people add that to bind their sauce together. To finish this off, I like to use a little bit of fresh basil and some fresh parsley. I always prefer the Italian flat leaf parsley. I think it has a much better flavor, gives it a nice vibrant color.
That's beautiful.
We're going to toss this together. We're going to plate this up. I'm just going to We have these nice melted tomatoes in this nice fresh sauce. All right, this just screams summer right now. Then we're going to use this nice fish that's been seared off. We'll just alternate it like this. So here we have our protein, our
sneak
starch.
in here and get that out of the way.
We have a complete meal right there in just a couple of minutes.
That is beautiful.
Nice and healthy.
And of course, you can get this recipe by logging onto our website. Go to connecttoutah.com and you can check this out. Also, do you have a website that talks about the sustainability and things?
Passionfish.org.
Passionfish.org. Go check it out. It's going to help you with all the fish choices for the seasons and what's good and sustainable and in season.
In season.
How's that?
Okay.
And what
Gerard,
tastes great.
Absolute pleasure. Please
Thank
come
you.
back
I will.
and have
Thank
some
you
fun
for
in the
having
kitchen
me.
with us again. Back to you guys in the studio.
Great. We're going to be back for Pet of the Week.